sweltering temperatures in Memphis, Tennessee have made Memphis Motorsports Park the hottest spot for truck racing. The drivers and crews have been here all day long, battling the heat and time, trying to ready their trucks using any means necessary to stay cool. In the home of the Blues, Dennis Setzer is second only to the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley.
Memphis, Tennessee. It's home to the history of rhythm and blues, and home to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in July. Let's talk a little history. And I'm not talking about Graceland, the home of the king, either. Let me tell you about another king, Dennis Setzer. You want to talk about rhythm? He's won 3 of the last 4 races in the sizzle of the song. His song? It's called Chevy Silverado in Victory Lane. Thank you. Thank you very much. I bet you there's a few other performers trying to take home a #1 hit. Hamilton, Musgrave, Rudiman, Hornaday, Crater. So tonight, let's write our own song. Rock and roll or rhythm and blues. The O'Reilly 200, next.
Memphis Motorsports Park, just miles away from Graceland, the home of Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. Tonight, it's a different kind of music, the rumble of pure horsepower. Speed Channel's coverage of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series pre-race show is presented by Craftsman. Sweltering heat in Memphis, Tennessee today. The temperature's upwards of 100 degrees. Now that the sun is beginning to set, it's dropped down to about 93. As we look at the 4 top 10 point standings, David Rudiman's heating up tracks as of late with 2 third-place finishes his last 2 outings, putting him back into the top 10 in 9th. Musgrave moved back to 2nd after Kentucky, but if Setzer doesn't cool off, all anyone is going to see is a vapor trail all the way to Miami Homestead.
Here's a news flash. 3 wins in 4 races has Dennis Setzer on a roll. Improving upon last year's mid-season performance, the tables are turned as Dennis Setzer has maintained the points lead for the last 3 races. A crew chief change for 2005 and a pit crew on their A-game has proven a lethal combination in the Truck Series. The rest of the competition now finds themselves chasing Dennis Setzer and the Chevy Silverado team as they sit with an 83-point lead. Everybody's hot in Memphis, but a guy definitely on the hot streak is Dennis Setzer. Dennis, what has been the combination? Is it Eric Phillips being added this year? Your pit crew, obviously you. What is it that makes you so strong right now?
It's just this Morgan Dollar team as a whole. You know, these guys have worked so hard. The pit stops have come around so great. Eric's doing a great job, and you know, David Dollar is supplying us with whatever we need, along with Chevrolet and Silverado. So I don't know. We don't want to dissect it too much. Something might fly apart on it.
All right, good luck tonight. Now, another guy on a hot streak, inching ever so closely to a win this season, is Terry Cook.
It's no secret that when Terry Cook moved to the number 10 truck and PPC Racing that he and the team struggled. Whether it was getting tangled up in accidents or failed engine parts, TC found himself outside the top 10 in points for the first time since 2000. We'll enter a brand new year. New paint scheme, new trucks, and a new attitude. After a relatively slow start to this year, Team PPC has turned up the heat. Cook has put the Power Stroke Diesel in the top 10 in 5 of the last 7 races. So the question is not, will this team win, but when? And another good qualifying effort for Terry Cook. The question I asked in the video was, when is that win coming? I know last week it was sure awfully close, or 2 weeks ago.
It was, and you said it best. It was 2 weeks ago, but it felt like it was last week. We always say you're only as good as your last race. Man, we were so close last week, but the Ford Power Stroke Diesel by International truck was really good today in practice, qualified well, so who knows, maybe tonight might be the night.
Okay, good luck. We'll watch Terry Cook, and now let's go back up to Rick Allen.
Well, thank you, Ray. The drivers are ready for a slight breeze to combat this heat. Actually, a 120-mile-per-hour breeze would be great. Speed Channel's coverage of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series pre-race show is brought to you by Craftsman, celebrating 10 years tough for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.